Hello everybody and welcome back to another Minecraft video, and today we're going to be looking at flooring in this episode of Minecraft Building Basics. So let's get started. So we're going to be starting over here because I'm going to be showing you how to sort of make interesting flooring for your builds. So we've got a load of stripped dark logs around the outside as a bit of a border for your floor. So you can have the walls just beyond it like so going up, but this makes it a nice sort of part between. You can then put stairs into your floors. I don't know how many people do this. I do it quite a bit in some of my builds, especially more sort of grand builds, especially if I want to have a sort of pattern in the floor. Maybe some sort of images. You can sort of do that with stairs. So you can add this because, of course, you don't dip down when you walk across it because it's stairs. You're not going to walk across it like... You're not going to like fall into this small gap because that's not how Minecraft works. So this is a really nice thing to add a bit of extra depth to your flooring because you can just walk over it anyway. So you can see the other version of this is to just not have stairs, and this is a fairly simple floor, but if you don't want to use stairs because you don't like it, this is a very good example of what you can do. Because look, it looks a lot better when it has a border around the outside. And now another one with wood. You can actually have all the stripped dark logs or whatever log type just lying across the floor like so, and it gives it a more interesting idea. It gives it a more interesting sort of depth because you've just got a load of planks. It does look like sort of larger planks just going across the floor like so, and it's an interesting idea. And building on this, we've got a very interesting one, which is a sort of checkerboard one. But the thing is, it's more complicated because I'm just going to take apart that bit just so you can see it better. What we have is we have one going that way, one going that way, one going that way, one going that way. We have it sort of in this sort of spiral shape, and we have it on every single bit, and it's sort of a bit of an optical illusion almost. Well, not really an optical illusion, but it looks like these bits protrude into that section because it sort of does with the pixels. So it's an interesting style for a modern flooring or more of a sort of ruined, or possibly sort of more broken down and messy build. Possibly wonky, that's probably what I'm trying to say. So now we're going to move on to floors which aren't wooden, because of course you're going to have some. So this is a very simple one I like to do, which is a load of polished andesite and then andesite inside. This is great for pavements. I think andesite is the best material for any sort of paved area or sidewalk. I mean, the polished andesite works perfectly with this to give a bit of extra depth. And of course, if we're wanting to do some sort of kitchen, this is perfect because of course everyone wants to have a sort of checkered floor again. So we can put a load of basalt around the outside if we want to make it look a bit more interesting, and then on the inside we're going to put some polished diorite and polished blackstone. And don't be worried to use diorite in building, honestly. It looks a lot better than it's in 1.12, so don't worry. So now we're going to be looking at 3 different carpet designs for your build. And this one is fairly simple. This is just the normal carpet, you put it in the middle, and then you have a load of trapdoors around the outside to add a bit of extra depth to it. It adds a bit of sort of edge to the whole carpet. And we've got a different one, which is using lecterns and signs. If I want to make a carpet look more grand, I'll quite often put a load of lecterns around the outside with some signs to make it look very cool. I don't really know what makes it look exactly sort of grand, but the only thing which is bad about this is that the carpet comes out on the other side. So it would be a nice border anyway. But, I mean, I use this quite a lot, so give it a go. If it's the sort of thing you like, yeah, use it, because it is quite useful. And I'm sure you can think of some other uses for the lectern sticking out of the carpet. And now for the final one, we have a bit more of a sort of ragged or sort of more textured carpet. So you can see here we've got the normal border around the outside using some spruce trapdoors. And inside we've got a load of red wool, some red concrete powder, and they've got some red carpet on top of that. On top of grass, actually, but still. So this is quite interesting because you can add a bit of texture to your carpets, because just this over and over again gets a bit monotonous. And if you're having this throughout the whole build, like carpet everywhere, this is what you need to sort of break it up a bit. And also, if you want a ruined build, this is great. If you want to do some carpet, you can make it look like it's ripped by doing just a line of the red concrete powder, for example, just to make it look a bit more ripped and broken. So that is the end of this tutorial, and if you found it useful, please hit the like and subscribe button, as it will really help me out. And also you can find the other videos in this series because they're probably going to be very useful as well, especially if you struggle with building, because I mean, these are all my basic tips on how to get better at building. And yeah, if you have any ideas for other tutorials I could do in the future, do tell me in the comments down below, as I'd love to hear from you. So anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all later. Goodbye!